Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
What's up, everybody? Thanks a lot for tuning in to another episode of What Birds of a Feather Flock Together. We greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. We got a great show for y'all. We're going to make sure that we get to every topic that we possibly can through the night in a timely manner. Make sure y'all follow us on our social medias on Instagram. This is our Instagram, BOAF_Eagles_podcast on Instagram. And make sure y'all follow us in this group that I just made on Facebook called Birds of a Feather Flock Together. And we greatly appreciate it. We're going to get through the show. I got several guests coming on the show, so this should be a good show tonight. We actually got one of my brothers right now, hopping on right now, my boy Bird Gang on the Northwest out of Seattle. What's going on with you, my brother? What's going on with you?
Going on with you, man? Doing good, doing good.
Oh, yeah, appreciate you hopping on. We got a couple people. Yo, what's going on with you? What's going on? Bird Gang 100. Let's go, Birds. Exactly. Let's go, Bird Gang. Yeah, man, introduce yourself for the people, my brother.
How's it going, man? I'm Anthony. I represent the Northwest Bird Gang out here in Seattle, Washington. We're just trying to get this YouTube going. We had to connect with my guy down there, in Arizona. We're just trying to, birds of a feather flock together, man.
You dig. Hey, and in the comment section, if y'all got any questions or y'all want to chime in on any of the topics tonight, make sure y'all feel free to do that in the comment section. Make sure y'all like this live. And most importantly, if you ain't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Fly Eagles Fly. What's going on with it, fam? My people's out of San Diego. What's going on? And then mentioning you in Seattle, we're going to link up in Seattle. Also, I'm going to hit up Seattle and LA this year and check out a couple of games out this way. You know what I mean? So, and then most definitely got to go check one out in Philly this year too. So we're going to most definitely link up when I hit up that Seattle game. And then we, like I mentioned, we got a good show. We're going to start off with a few topics before everybody hop on. And then we'll get into the 53-man roster, all that good shit. But once again, where are you born and raised at, and where are you located at now?
Well, me, I'm born and raised in Tacoma. I'm back in Tacoma. I moved around a little bit. I lived in Alaska, North Carolina, and Philly, but I'm back here ever since third grade, though.
Yes, sir. And how long have you been an Eagles fan?
Man, so honestly, I've been watching since like '91. My dad, but I remember like consistently watching them like when I was in 7th grade, like the McNabb, Westbrook, Trotter, Dawkins, Javon Curse days.
Yeah.
My 7th grade though, so I was a little kid, trying to remember all the names and everything. I'm just trying to soak it all up.
Most definitely. And that's what I like with interacting with other Eagles fans. We come from all over the place, and we be some dedicated fans, man, and a team that always been like so close, you know what I mean? So close to winning it during the Andy Reid, McNabb era, all that. So, we went to several NFC championship games in a row, and we finally got over that hump one year and lost to the Patriots. So we just been having a rough time, and then being able to win the Super Bowl in 2017 was just it was just like a monkey off of our back, you know what I mean? A big boulder. So, like I said, once again, just linking up with other Eagles fans from all over the place, man, it's just a beautiful thing. Beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
most
Go
definitely.
Birds, go Birds. What's going on, Tiny? Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
man.
my boy right there. That's supposed to be doing the podcast with me. He's at work right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they repping the Northwest Bird Gang. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hey, and then another thing too, like what are some areas on the team do you think we need to address to make it back to the promised land, meaning the Super Bowl, and this time holding up the Lombardi trophy?
Man, my thing is, man, I think we got younger and stuff at defensive tackle. So I feel like defensive tackle we're good. We're like replenished. I feel like they're younger, and then you got a mix of veterans in there. But my only worry is the linebackers. Like it's kind of iffy this year, and we cut two guys and all kind of thing. Like we're kind of thin there. I mean, we got N'Kobe Dean, and we got Ellis. I'm kind of like, man, we're kind of short. We cut a lot of guys right there, but then I feel like we bring back Slay and Bradbury, and you guys obviously got Vontae Maddox, and you draft some young guys with Ringo and stuff. So the corners is good. The safeties, I mean, I feel like Sidney Brown's promising, but I feel like when you have a front line like that, the secondary doesn't gotta be great because that front line with how good they are, they're gonna make the secondary look good regardless.
Big
That's just my,
facts. Big
that's
facts. Big facts. And we got one of the other homies hopping in right now. I'm gonna bring him on right now. What's going on with you, John Blaze? What's going on with you, my brother?
What's up? How you doing?
Oh, we chilling, we chilling. This is my other homie right here, representing the Northwest Bird Gang up in Seattle right here. This is my boy, and this is my partner, John Blaze.
how's it going, bro?
How you doing, man?
Big
Good, good.
facts, special teams. Yeah, man, we was just getting into it. You can hop in too right now. We was basically we asked where was you born and raised, and where are you located now, and what brings you what relates back to your Philly ties that made you be an Eagles fan.
I was born and raised in upstate New York.
Yes, sir.
So everybody was a Giants fan. So I seen Randall. So once I seen Randall, that was it for me.
Say less.
I'm in Virginia now, and I'm still rocking with Randall.
Yeah, that's what got me being the Eagles fan in '88. I was a big Randall's fan, Randall Cunningham fan, and ever since then, man, I've been bleeding green, man,
Yeah, he's just
100%.
different. He was different. He changed the game to me, so I just kept with it.
He was Vic before Vic.
Exactly.
100%. And then we was just talking about what's some areas you think we need to address to make it back to the Super Bowl.
Definitely linebacker. The linebacker, Dean's young. You're putting all your faith in the young guy. Yee. And the front's tough. Our front's tough, but them safeties got killed our back end got killed in the Super Bowl.
Man,
They were eating them up in the Super Bowl. That front end don't get to them. Them safeties are in trouble.
yeah, and I feel the same thing about Dean. He kind of scared me with the size and everything, but like what you mentioned in too, but with the front line and the corners that we have, the quarterback gonna have to get rid of the ball quick. And then
Yeah,
the only thing that worries me if they don't double team and go second level and one of the big offensive linemen jam him up and create a gap in that hole, because I'm pretty sure our D line is demanding double teams, and and
absolutely.
and so he ain't gonna be able to have a lineman come second level to him, you know what I mean, and be able to force him out the way. So that's gonna be the benefit of him growing into that scheme, is that our defensive line is gonna demand double teams. You got Fletcher Cox, you got Dean, I mean, you got Davis, and then you got the new dude, Jalen, you know what I mean, Carter up there, you know what I mean? How you not gonna double team them? You know what I mean? And
Jalen
he getting
Carter
the
is a
free lane.
monster.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And then I didn't even mention, you know what I mean, the different, the outside backers, you know what I mean, Reddick, Graham, you know what I mean, Sweat. I didn't even mention all that. And then you got the corners. Me personally, the linebacker and the safeties, like you mentioned, is the scary part. And somebody else mentioned right here, special teams. Like right now, we don't have a punter. We don't have like Boston Scott is our kickoff return, our punt returner. Like, what are we addressing on those needs? Which I know Howie is going to address. You know what I mean? The 53-man roster is going to slowly, you know what I mean, disassemble itself. Do a trade here, drop a player when you waive them. Drop them to the practice squad, bring this player up, XYZ. So, but it's a lot of areas we need to fill right now with no vacancies.
But I definitely have faith in Howie. Howie is a genius when it comes to this stuff. He knows what he's doing.
Big facts. And that's why I'm worry free. But I know them are areas that we need to address it. But my thing is, it's we don't need just one punter. We need two punters just in case one goes down. Who's the punter now? You know what I mean? In a game. Now we're going to end up like, just say, for instance, the 49er situation, or should I say 49er syndrome? You know what I mean? Now what we going to do if our punter go down? You know what I mean? Now we got Marcus Mariota punting. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy,
Well,
bro. Like,
hopefully Punt's better than he played backup quarterback in the preseason because that was ugly.
oh man, like McKee is looking like the number 2 to me. You know what I mean? Like, real talk.
They only kept Mariota on the line because we give him $5 million guaranteed. So you ain't gonna cut $5 million guaranteed.
Man, real talk, and that's what people ain't understanding. Like, is real is real different when you getting that guaranteed money. They can't just, if they do it, they did it regardless. You know, it's going against the cap. It's guaranteed money already.
And
You
our
know what I
money's
mean?
so tight right now. We're not trying to cut $5 million.
Man, come on now, man. Real talk, real talk. And then with both of y'all also, you know what I mean, we get into this right here. Do y'all see us winning the NFC East? And if y'all, whatever the answer is, what's the order? Do you see the pecking order? Who's gonna finish first? Who's gonna finish fourth in the division? And Northwest Berggang, you can hop on and chime in first.
I mean, it's gonna sound bad at first, but like I feel like we're still gonna win a lot of games like last year, and I feel like we're gonna be a little better. But our records not gonna be as good as last year because we got tougher games. And also, it's been proven that history repeats itself, that no one's won the division like back to back like that.
Correct.
So I mean, I got like two options. I can see like the Cowboys winning like one extra game and winning the East, but I feel like we'll make it farther in the playoffs. You know, like it sounds kind of dumb, but it's like no one ever repeats it. But I feel like we're obviously the better team. We're gonna make it deeper. But then another part of me feels like we're just gonna, to snap that curse and just, go back to back NFC. Because I feel like the Niners is the only team that's really like, a threat right now. But we got a target on our back. We got a lot of teams that's out for us. Niners, Vikings, Cowboys, Giants. Because we swept the Giants. So they want our blood next year. I mean, realistically, I think it's gonna be the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Washington Commanders. So I almost said the Redskins. But that's my take on it. So.
I got the Redskins finishing second in the division, the Cowboys third. Redskins gonna be tougher than people think. They're young. They got new management. I just think it's a whole different regime in there.
And that D line is something crazy.
That D line was good before anything else. That D line, then they're young, they're good. That quarterback's got a little swag to him. I can't ever pick the Cowboys to win anything. I can't go that way.
So what's your pecking order?
I got Eagles. I got Cowboys third. Eagles, Redskins, Cowboys, Giants.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There. And we got one of the homies right now. We got my boy Bone. What's going on with it, my brother? Man. This my partner Dave. We got John Blaze and my boy Northwest Berggang in the building. We was just into the topic right here. Who do you see? Or should I say, do you see us winning the NFC East? And if so, what's the order of the NFC East? Do you see with who's first? Who's gonna finish for fourth?
Shit, I got us going first. I like the Giants a lot, man. They made a lot of moves offensively. Got Daniel Jones some weapons. Either the Giants or the Cowboys, second or third. Commanders coming in last.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll chime in on that also. Of course, I got us winning the NFC East, and like Northwest Berggang mentioned, it's going to be a harder schedule for us this year, and a lot of teams is gunning for us. You get what I'm saying? So I see us winning the NFC East, but it's going to be a tougher hill than last year. I'm just hoping we secure that number 1 seed and get that first round bye, because us at the link, it's not a shoe in to the Super Bowl, but it's great chances, you know what I mean, with us with a bye and then coming into the link. I mean, I love the chances. And then I see the Giants also just with just, without Danny Dimes, whatever they call him, you know what I mean? He's going to be the weak link, you know what I mean, in their offense and their key to success. If he can thrive, I see them being a threat also. You know, with the weapons that they got now, they got Waller from the Raiders. You know, they, of course, Saquon back there, and their defense is kind of young at the corner. You know, they got good, but they kind of old at the linebackers position, but they D-line it. And then they just got
they got that rookie too. That rookie, nice, the receiver.
yeah, and the Simmons guy from Arizona Cardinals. They just got him for like dirt cheap. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's a player also. So I see the Giants taking second, close with the Cowboys, and then Washington last.
Right.
But I mean, you can easily flip Washington and the Giants, and you're not wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, Dallas and the Giants make the Giants third, and then the Cowboys second. You know what I mean? And it's, you're not wrong either, but it's just to be a close second. And the division, we all gonna mess around and lose one game in the division.
Right.
Yeah, but with the Cowboys bringing that backup quarterback, if Dak starts going bad, that's going to get ugly for the Cowboys real fast.
Man, say
Real
less. I didn't
fast.
even. But me personally, I feel it's really not been broadcast as a big deal, because Trey Lance, what they got him for and what they gave him up for, that's the only thing they're bringing up. I don't see him as a threat to Dak. Only thing that he'll become a threat to Dak if, like you mentioned, if Dak starts stinking up the joint, then it's going to be a problem. They're going to be ready to bring in Cooper or Trey Lance. Honestly, if Dak have a year like last year, that's his last year in Dallas. Jerry Jones through with it. You heard the interview. He like, I didn't consult with nobody when we made this trade. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't talk to the head coach, Dak, no nothing. Like, he's getting frustrated with the situation, my brother.
Right.
And I love it. I love it.
Man. And then we'll go back to the top right here with Bone. Where are you born and raised at, and where are you located at now, and what made you gravitate to the Eagles?
Shit, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, man. I came to Long Beach, California when I was 2 years old. And I've been rocking with the Eagles since 92, Tecmo Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Playing with Randall Cunningham, man. Fell in love with him. I grew up, I was a kid, a Cowboys and a Steelers fan, man.
Oh, so Randall converted you.
Yeah, the Tecmo Bowl converted me, man. I've been down ever since, bro.
Yeah, but we can't blame you, like you just said, as a kid. When you ain't know no better, you know what I mean. When you learn right, you know you chose right. You get what I said?
Hey, them was the two most popular teams, man. You know what I mean?
And that's where a lot of folks become Cowboy fans too. And then you know, I'm a Laker fan. You a Laker fan. You know, Cali ties. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of people that like winners. You know what I mean? Just like a lot. You know, John Blaze. You know what I mean? Bone and even Northwest Bird Gang. Y'all can relate. How many Patriots fans did y'all know before Brady started winning Super Bowls, bro?
Zero.
Now everybody damn near two or three on your timeline every football season talking about Patriots, bro.
Right.
That shit is crazy to me, man.
Just like the Warriors.
Man. And then also like far as this is open to anybody that want to hop on right there. How far do y'all see us going this year in the 2023 season?
Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl.
Yeah. We got unfinished business, man.
I feel like we go as far as Jalen takes us, and honestly, he's all football, man. I seen him on a little thing. He don't play no games. What do you do outside of football? He's just all
nothing. Football.
As long as
that dude's amazing, man.
Staying healthy for sure. Because last year,
that's the biggest concern. We got to stay healthy, man.
You can't control that. That's a big part of football. That's the dangerous part.
And you don't want to have that mental part in the back of your head, even thinking about injuries and everything like that, because now you're compensating for other things, and that's when the injuries come. Like a coach always told me, if you don't play 100%, that's when you get hurt.
Right, yeah.
And like this right here, protecting the quarterback, main priority. Mariota sucks, or should I say stinks? Like, and that's big facts, bro, right there. And with the offensive line that we have and the backups that we have to fill in with those slots, I'm comfortable with that area. Or should I say, within our trenches on both sides of the ball, I'm very comfortable with that side of the ball. It's just the linebacker, the safety, and that wide receiver 3. Like Goddard is basically wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
But our slot receiver, it's like we need somebody that can take the top off the defense, because either AJ or Smitty is going to demand a double team. It's going to take away the safety. They're going to cheat to one of their side. So we need a 3 that can be not a D-jack, but something similar that's a threat that the defense is scared of, and you open up all that inside of the field, the inside route, the slants, you know what I mean, everything.
Quez got to give it to us this year,
Yeah,
man.
don't quit on Quez yet. Don't quit on Quez yet.
Yeah.
I like how we got a backup playing with that boy from the Falcons.
Yeah, he's nice too.
I guess he had like 500 yards, and he was their number 5. No, he was their number 2, I think, last year.
He's a big boy too.
Yeah. So I mean, if Quez don't pan out, you always got him to step up. So backup plan, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
doesn't
Like
work. Julio Jones is always out there, man.
hey, like you said, like we just mentioned earlier in the show, you ain't doubting Howie. You never know what Howie got up his sleeve. You know what I mean?
Hey, your boy got waived today, man. Go get him back. Rigger, man. Go get Rigger back.
Man, like I just mentioned, we need a punt returner. We don't want to have Boston Scott out there returning punts and trying to be a threat. But I like, I wanted to keep. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Well, it's too late now. Somebody picked him up, but Trey Sermon, there was somebody that I wanted to keep to give us that Jay Ajayi, you know what I mean, Garrett Blunt type situation where we had a pounder, but Penny just gonna have to really step into that role, because he's gonna really be our dominant back with running the ball. You know what I mean, like Swift and Gainwell, they more giving us a passing threat. You get what I'm saying? But we need a bruiser, but they gonna get majority of the reps before Penny though, 100%. You know what I mean? But it's just those 3 that we have, and then we can't afford to lose Boston Scott also. So him being a punt returner is going to be kind of critical. So we need somebody that's disposable back there.
Yeah, bro, I hate the Seahawks, but bro, Rashard Penny, when he was healthy with Seattle, that boy, he's built low to the ground.
Yeah, he is.
And with Philly, like, we're running back by committee, so you're not asked to be the number 1 guy and take all that beating. Like we're gonna keep him fresh, rotational, which lowers the risk of them getting hurt as well.
Big facts, and like he said, don't give up on Quez. We ain't giving up on Quez, but at the same time, Quez got to be there for us. He got to be there for us. We got one of the other homies right now hopping on right now. What's going on with you, Rock? What's going on with you, Wine?
What's going on, baby?
Oh, we chilling, man. We was just hopping into the topics right now. We'll just hop into it just so you can introduce yourself, man. Where was you born and raised at, and where you located now, and what gravitated you to the Eagles?
Where I was born is Rock Island, Illinois. What gravitated me to the Eagle is my big brother. He'll be jumping on here in a little bit, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Basically made a deal with me because I was a big college fan at the time. Well, still am. He goes, you cheer for Philly on Sundays, I'll rock with you on Saturdays with Ohio State. So that's how it started, and that's how we're here.
Yes, sir. And we was just talking about how far do you see us going this year?
Oh, man, I'm thinking we completing it this year. That one little turnover kind of set us back, but I think, we learned from that. We all know Jalen gonna come back real hungry, and I think we're gonna get it done this year.
Oh, okay. So hold on, let's backtrack because I heard some. So you feeling the Jalen fumble pick 6 was the reason we lost the Super Bowl?
Nah, Gannon is the reason we lost.
Hey, I'm not putting it on Jalen, but I will say.
But you said turnover. You said turnover.
That turnover.
I want to elaborate.
Yeah. We'll get to that because I got turnovers as some stuff down the line.
The reason why we lost.
And that trash ass field.
That field was horrible.
Oh,
that D coordinator. Gannon was trash.
Yeah, man. I'm glad he gone.
Real talk.
So wide open, either one of us could caught those passes and walked in.
You just brought up bad feelings, my brother.
How do we change our cleats? How do we change our cleats 3-4 times and they don't change their cleats now one time? You know what I mean? Like that just don't seem right to me, bro. Like that's just crazy.
And then come out that the boy was a super Chiefs fan that did the grass.
Man,
crazy, man.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They gave up.
Oh.
Hey, I gotta send you the link. Make sure I get that to him, bro. Because I was reading it, I was like, how does dude, the biggest Chiefs fan in the world, and now they want to do a new type of grass that they never did. This ain't the preseason. Why we
real talk
during the biggest game of the fucking season? I don't know if we can cuss. My bad, bro.
No, you good.
Oh,
We grown on here.
I'm like, why is we changing shit in the Super Bowl?
And to elaborate on what he said, basically it was an article with Roger Goodell and him having a conversation where Roger Goodell is like, you're gonna have to basically, you know what I mean, have to make this an even field. And he was like, if I had 2 hearts, I would be able to go for the Eagles and the Chiefs. But as humans, we only got 1 heart. So he basically gave the Chiefs the inside on the grass, and they said it smelled like mildew. He wet it right before the game. It was just a whole mess. But at the end of the day, I don't want to sit on here like we some crybabies, conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to get on here and say that. We just got to handle our business, what we need to do for next year. You know what I mean? And speaking on that, what's some areas that you feel we need to address to make it back to the promised land, Rock?
The things I wrote down was, timeliness, turnovers, and penalties. Like, I don't know if we're gonna keep what's my guy name to be offsides all the time.
Barnett.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know if we're gonna keep him, but he only get in for like maybe 10 or 12 plays. But it seems like he either roughing the passer because he get there late or he offsides, and that just man, I gotta get more bourbon when he go in the game. I just more Blantons.
Real talk.
And the best play of his career is recovering that fumble in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I think that's why they keeping him around. But man, we could chuck him off and get somebody else in.
He's so far in the depth chart anyway. He got to go.
Yeah, I feel you on that, big man.
Yeah.
Oh, he requested a trade. He wants to be traded.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah, I requested a raise, but I ain't get
it. Real talk. Hey, so basically, with addressing that right there, like the keys, like we mentioned areas and everything. If I'm gonna let everybody elaborate on what are players that y'all feel that need to step up to get us to that promised land.
Darius Slay, man. He was getting killed half the year last year.
Yeah, he was getting toasted a couple times.
Second half of the season, he was getting toasted.
Yes, every game, man.
Yeah. He always want to say big play, but he be getting hurt.
When they played the Minnesota last year in the home opener.
Oh yeah. That was the best game.
Half of the season.
He should have had like 5 picks, but he dropped like 2. But he had 2 that game.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Kind of older too, though. But that's why you drafting Ringo and stuff like that. To make up for it.
Ricks too. We got Ricks now too. He nice.
Like Ricks, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the front.
Basically Barnett. Yeah, just speaking on the comment right here, Barnett is just, you know what I mean, a live wire, you know what I mean? Like he just read. You never know. Like he just said, you don't know if he gonna get a personal foul, if he gonna get a offside penalty, if he gonna face mask, is he gonna do something? You know what I mean? Like you never know with his character. That's, you know what I mean? He's just a ticking time bomb. That's all we mentioned. We ain't like far as his game. None of us said he was sorry. You know what I mean? Right. None of us said anything. It was just about the 15-yarders here and there, the 5 yards, the 3rd and 14s that he make it into a 3rd and 9, and then they convert. You know what I mean? Those type of plays that hurt us in the long run. Every possession counts in the NFL. That's all we was mentioning. And correct what Tiny said right here. Health is everything with all of our players right here. Like and with Maddox going out at that position, we real thick too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what do you guys think about that comment? I saw them say something about how they're moving James Bradbury to the nickel.
Yeah, to bring him up. Yeah, I seen it today too, and I was listening to some other podcast or something, and they talking about moving him up there. Is that to help with the run though, or what are they doing that for?
I have no idea with that. I don't know if it's to bring longevity on it or whatever, and throw one of these young ones out there on the outside or whatever the situation may be. But you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? With this defense, we're going to have to see first game of the season, because we should come out and dominate the Pats, and speaking on that, what's y'all score position, prediction, should I say, for week 1 against the Pats? And what's the reason that y'all think that we'll win that game?
I think it's going to be closer than you think. None of our guys really played much of the preseason. I think the first couple of series is not going to be very pretty to watch.
Man. Preach.
I don't agree with them playing no preseason games. I don't like that at all.
Man,
you gotta play
something like a driver or 2 for the last preseason game, at least. I feel like for the starters,
just to build a little something going forward. But we didn't do nothing.
But on the plus side,
Joint.
we did do a lot of joint practices with other teams, though. I mean, it's not a live game, but it's still someone else outside your teammate.
And they said they got
Right.
physical too. Them joint presses got physical. They said.
Yeah, they got spicy a couple of times too. There's a
Yeah.
couple of fights I heard
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you mentioned, it the lights, the on ESPN, on NFL Network, whatever network it is, you're full suited up. You know what I mean? A dress rehearsal. You know what I mean? In
Right.
game one, you coming out feeling that you already would have felt that preseason. Like he's just said, if you would have just played one series in the third preseason game, you know what I mean? And whatever we did, then you take the starters out, and oh well, they played Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like, come on now, you know what I mean? Why would we play our starters at least one series?
I know, even prima donna Aaron Rodgers played preseason.
He ain't played
Man,
since 2018.
man,
I
He
feel like
did
the
do
other
a series, yeah.
is especially on offense is a lot of the same guys though, which is a good thing. It's like you got a new quarterback or new receiver. I mean, you got the running backs are new, but everyone's pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're the same, but the offensive coordinator is not the same.
Yeah, true.
That's
facts.
true.
I mean,
They go way back, him and Jalen. I don't feel like much is going to change on the offense because he's going to play Jalen to his strengths. He knows Jalen since he was I think 5 years old. So he's going to play him to his strengths. He's not going to come try to do a whole different kind of scheme or offensive plan around Jalen. He knows what he got with him.
we just got to come out early and punch him in the face, punch him in the mouth.
Man, real talk. What you think about that, Bone? About the prediction for the game on week one and the reason why we gonna win that game?
Oh, it's gonna be a close game, man. You know, Belichick ain't go let it get out of hand, man. We go probably win by a touchdown or something. It's gonna be a close game though.
And what's gonna be the key to us winning?
Don't turn the ball over.
Yes. Say less. Say
Yeah.
less.
I think opposite, but I think it's going to be we're going to win 31-17, but I feel like it's going to come out slow. Like Johnny Blaze was saying, you know what I'm saying, because you're getting that rust off. I feel like in the second half we're gonna pick it up. I feel like the keys to the game is getting pressure on Mac Jones.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Because you got
Make
Carter
him uncomfortable.
holding Carter back this whole hold back, don't do too much. But now
turn his ass loose.
Counts they're gonna let him unleash. We got so much depth at defensive tackle. It's not even funny. It's like they're gonna go
deep.
off.
Yeah,
we're gonna get.
Yeah, I got 35-10 with us winning, and like you said, getting pressure on Mac Jones, getting his head. I think we'll be all right.
Correct. And that's my philosophy about it also. You know what I mean? With their offensive line and our defensive line, there ain't no comparison. I feel that we're gonna eat our game, and they just gonna try to do draws and quick hits on the outside, slant routes and everything like that. And it's gonna make perfect play into what we need on defense, especially with trying to mold Dean and everything that we was mentioning earlier in the show. Like, I feel that's gonna play right perfect for a game for him.
They got a couple of receivers over there that are pretty good. They got Parker's pretty good. Would they sign?
They make some moves.
Yeah, they signed a guy from the Chiefs. Schuster.
Yeah, Schuster. Yep.
So they're not a gimme. Their tight end's good.
But are they going to be able to have time to throw the ball to those receivers? That's what I'm mentioning with the D line.
I'm like you guys. I'm hoping not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping not. I hope we rush, and blitz, get them.
Yeah, I don't want to do a whole bunch of that sitting back like last year. Let's get after it.
They said he gonna be aggressive.
Yeah, and
I read that today.
And I hope that once we up, that we continue to stay up and keep our foot on their throats. Like last year, Gannon was happy with a 7-point lead. This dude to go to prevent with a 7-point lead, bro. Like that ain't no game. In the second quarter though, I've never seen a game where he wanted to just prove a point and go up, like, you know what I mean, and pitch a goose egg on the offense, bro. Like he was just cool, casual, all that. Like, I just didn't like his play. Not saying that he didn't do a good job. We got to the Super Bowl, one of the best defense in the league, led the league in sacks, all that. He had a lot of accomplishments, but us as Eagles fans just manipulating it every game. I just didn't like his style, you know what I mean, and his philosophy of defense, you know what I mean.
I feel like the defense the players more so made him look better than he actually was as a coach. I feel like.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Think he's gonna get exposed. Yep.
Let's keep it real. We need some. I miss the old Jim Johnson. I feel like that's the best defensive coach in the 2000s.
Man.
That he
Best
was at.
ever. Hall of Famer, one of the best ever.
Come on,
Big
man.
facts.
Yeah.
That's what people understand. Games is won and lost in the trenches. Though people be wanting all these dynamic corners and receivers. You need those boys up front on the D line, offensive line.
Real talk, real talk. Hey, and then quick before we jump into another topic, I want to share the 53-man roster, and we talk about this right here real quick. So what's y'all input on this 53-man roster? Are y'all satisfied with these right here that we have right here, or are y'all feeling like we need to add, or what we need to do with the 53-man roster? This is just the quarterback, wide receivers, and running backs and tight ends. Are we good in these areas right here?
I was worried about receiver, but like you said earlier, Goddard's a good like number 3, so you pretty much have 5, and then you bring in another tight end. So I think we're
We
pretty
need
much
another
good.
tight end.
Yeah.
I like that.
What you think about that, Bone Dave?
Yeah, I like it. I think we need to bring in another tight end, man.
Yeah, we just got one though from the Broncos. I heard he kind of decent though.
Is that right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got 4 tight ends, and we're good at tight end. We got 4.
yeah. I feel we good at tight end.
And he's moved Goddard up to receiver, and we're good right there because he usually plays inside anyways.
Big facts, and that's why I was mentioning he's like the number 3 for us. Yeah, they saying look, he nice.
Got a top 5 in the league.
Yeah, I didn't see them. A lot of people wanted Sermon over Boston Scott, but I couldn't see them passing up Boston Scott for Sermon. I knew for sure they cut Sermon first and try to bring him back to practice for.
Did he do that?
Now somebody signing.
Okay.
I was one of the ones that said I would prefer Sermon over Boston Scott.
Man, you give her the giant killer? No way. I can't give her to him either.
No, I'm just saying I'm one of the ones. Not saying that was the right choice or opinion. I just feel that we needed that bruiser back, like to give us a different type of element. We on 3rd and 1, like we would have to go to Penny. You're not scaring nobody with Boston Scott on 3rd and 1 or Kenny Gainwell or Swift going up the hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they would have to have a push. We would need Jalen to get us that one.
Well, our offense though, with the quarterback being able to run, that's scary enough. So the running back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that same thing. That you don't need. I don't feel like you don't need a bruiser when you have all those guys. You got all those different options at running back. You got Jalen that can keep you. You got all the running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Boston Scott give us an extra threat with being able to be a punt returner, kickoff returner also too. So that's a good body to have out there.
Boston Scott, he's not a tough guy to get you that 3rd and 1, but the thing about him, he's so small, he gets lost behind those offensive linemen. He's sneaky.
Big facts.
Like Sproles.
Yeah, he's a little lightning bug junior, bro.
And when you play the Giants, he's going to give you at least 1 touchdown.
Man.
He comes back. He don't have to have money. He comes back for a cheap deal, so it's like, why not keep him around?
Yeah, he got claimed by another team. If he didn't get claimed, we could have brought him back to the practice squad like we did Greg Ward.
I was glad they did that too, because at first I was like, "Yo, we playing with this many emotions," and then
and Trey Sermon
back up. Yep,
we had Trey Sermon collecting money for free. Yeah, he could be a punt returner too, Greg Ward, or kickoff return.
His Covey was getting, I don't know, but Covey started getting better as the year went on, but he was taking blows, though.
He was getting killed, man.
Man, he was taking hammers, bro.
Only thing I do was hold on to that ball.
Catching the ball.
And then we'll on that boy Greg Ward, man. Because when I went to Philly, bro, I actually went and got his jersey custom made when we lost in the playoffs to Seattle in, like, was that 2020 when Carson Wentz got hurt?
Yeah.
And he was our starting receiver. He catches the ball, but he's never really got an opportunity, I feel like. Especially now they got Devontae and AJ, got all these bigger guys,
Man. And then we hop into the O-line. Like I was mentioning also, look how deep we are at the O-line.
Fred Johnson, they signed him to a 2-year deal, too. Fred Johnson, he was cut and brought back.
What y'all thinking of this O-line, and what y'all thinking about Tyler Steen in this O-line with the addition of him, with him able to play the guard and the tackle? What y'all thinking of him with this nucleus of offensive linemen?
Solid.
Yeah, that's the Stout University right there. I mean, I watched a little podcast on him. He says he tried to coach a lot of these guys that play different positions, like in case someone gets hurt or they need someone else somewhere else, which is a good idea, you know. Like we got a good offensive line coach. A lot of people sleep on him.
Big
That's just a
fact.
deep offensive line right there. They're deep right there.
Yeah, that's definitely a plus.
I mean, Lane Johnson ain't give up a sack in 2 years.
Man, and he's never in the conversation of. I mean, you see the NFL top 100. You know, we did that, and the ranking that they put him at is just like very, very disrespectful. Man.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but do we want it any other way?
Hey, you know, bulletin board material, huh?
Yep. Hey, all right, watch. We're gonna go a whole nother season, hopefully, without him giving up a sack, and then the proof is in the pudding.
That's what I'll be watching. I hate like the stats and the rankings. Like I like to win games. Like okay, my player's he's ranked better than your guy, but hey, we won games and we got playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck all that, you know.
The individual bullshit. Yeah, we want it all.
Team effort. That's what I like. Like how he's been building teams, like where it's like a winning culture. People want to come here and play for each other. You don't got those divas or guys all about me. I ain't getting the ball enough. Like everyone's here to win for each other, like a team.
And what y'all thinking of Dickerson and Jurgens? Bone, you can hop on first with those. What y'all thinking of the future with Kelsey and Johnson being gone and just our second, or not should I say secondary, but their replacements? How do y'all feel with them?
Oh man, I feel good with them, man, because they've been up under the OGs, you know, for a couple years now. So they go slide right on in and just make it fit.
So do you think, and all y'all can hop on and answer both of these questions, part A, point B, part B. Do y'all feel we got the best O line in the NFL?
Hands down.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
That's a no-brainer.
We got the best O line. We got the best offensive line coach too, and then we got Howie Roseman that be bringing the guys in. Most definitely.
And what y'all input, John Blaze and then Rock and then Northwest Bergang, you can answer in that order. What's y'all input on Dickerson and Jurgens?
They learned behind such great players that I think they're going to fit in. They're just going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dickerson, he came from Alabama anyway. I mean, you can't lose there.
Yeah, he would have went higher in the draft if he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts.
Yeah, O-line in Alabama is pretty good. So yeah, he coming from a good pedigree and he'll fit in. And like I said, our offensive line coaches too, and the players we got, they're just gonna add to his to his toolbox, and it'll be all right.
And then one of y'all mentioned about Boston Scott being lost behind the trees, and this is just a proven fact right here. Like, not saying that any of us can get back there and lead the NFL in rushing or nothing, but our running back should have a decent amount of chunk of yards this year if they're utilized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
I definitely love the Swift trade.
And I love this comment right here too. Like, and please chime in. Don't y'all feel iron sharpens iron, right? And so our offensive line going against our defensive line, I feel we got the best defensive line in the league, best offensive line in the league. And when you downgrading, should I say, on Sunday and playing a different team, it's like your practice is harder than the game. Now you're gonna get out there and dominate. Of course, you know, if they NFL players, somebody gonna get through, get a sack, get a tackle for loss. But how do y'all feel about that theory right there? And John Blaze, if you could start us off, what do you feel about that theory with iron sharpens iron, with us having the best offensive line, the best defensive line in the league?
Yeah, I think it's a blessing and a curse because it's a blessing because, you know, we have such a good offensive and defensive line, but it's a curse because I think sometimes we go in there with our heads so high that we look down on people that you shouldn't really look down on.
Mm.
You're in the NFL for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. Rock, chime in on that.
Yeah, agree with you, brother. And just like you say, losing to squads that we shouldn't lose to by going and thinking we are all that, you still got to go out there on Sundays and strap it up and put it out there on the field. And like I say, we can give up a sack here and there, but it shouldn't be continuous. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to drive the ball down the field, holding possession time, getting touchdowns, not field goals, and we dictate the game, not to be vice versa, or we scrambling at the last minute trying to score something to remain in the game.
Big facts, big facts. Bone, chime in.
Yeah, this is my example right here. You got Jalen Carter going up against the best O-line in the league. So on Sundays, he go up against other O-lines. He go dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. And that's what I was mentioning. That youngster is getting the best of both worlds. He's getting Fletcher Cox, he's getting Milton Williams, he's getting all these folks on the D line, you know what I mean? Graham, Sweat, everybody in his ear telling him what to do. And then he got his homie, you know what I mean, Davis and Smith right there with him, that's soaking up game with him. And then, like he's saying, Johnson, you're getting Kelsey, you're getting all these gentlemen giving him game on both sides of the ball. I just feel that man is just about to it's about to be dirty, bro. It's about to be crazy.
That's what I want to watch. Bad. That's what I'm waiting to see.
Oh, they say he's an animal. They've been holding him back. They said he is a monster.
Yeah.
Man.
Who's that?
Jalen Carter.
Oh yeah. He a dog, but I'm telling you right now, the only thing I don't like is always them using that Georgia reference. I'm a big college guy. Hey man, they on the Eagles now, man. I don't want to hear that.
Man. Look at it.
All that Philly dog shit is gone, man.
Man.
Well, you an Eagle now. We ain't trying to hear that bullshit.
Yeah, Philly Eagles. There ain't no dogs no more.
Yep.
Northwest Burger, you want to chime in?
Yeah, man. I feel like you said, iron sharpens iron. It's like when you bring in the best of the best, the offense, defense line, or AJ Brown, Darius Slay, bring the best out of each other, and like we're so good that Roseman. That he brings all these good guys, so it's like we have so much depth. So like some teams, it's like you might have like AJ Brown and some guy that's not good at corner, but you're not gonna bring the best out of him because it's like you don't have depth. So it's like some teams are stuck just putting guys in position because they don't have depth like we do. So it's like he's got all these talented players and they just bring the best out of each other.
Most definitely. And chime into this right here. It just says Facebook user because you're watching through the Facebook group. If you click the link and just watch it through YouTube, then it'll show your name. But yeah, all y'all made great points, and I mean, there's no wrong answer with that because I mean, I just don't see how somebody can really be out there dominating on both sides of the ball and have the best O line, D line, and you don't get better every week.
Exactly.
100%. And then this, speaking of D line, look at how stacked we are right there though on D tackles and D ends. And let me make a point that I haven't heard anyone mention. Nolan Smith. If we need, I feel Nolan Smith can drop back and take the mic, you know what I mean, and be the middle backer for us too, if we need him to be, you know what I mean, with consideration, you know what I mean. I just don't feel that that's a option that we don't need to, you know what I mean, touch bases on if the other ones in front of him is not succeeding.
Well, that's one of the biggest deals in the draft.
Man,
he's gonna be a stud too, and he's fast.
Motor.
Yeah.
He up and ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad person.
What a great teacher to have, right?
Yeah, right.
Boy.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but Kobe Dean's play style, like how the little bit we've seen it from, he kind of gives me Michael Kendrick kind of play style vibes. Undersized, but he can get sideline to sideline. He's pretty like decent in coverage, you know.
He's
all
smart.
Oh.
They say he's real smart.
He's a winner.
Yeah.
You can't teach that.
It's
Bad facts.
A little bit when D'Amico O'Brien's left from us. He ended up coming and playing middle linebacker with us back in the day.
So we answer. We're going to it, and we can answer this individually. Do y'all feel that this D line is better than last year? John Blaze, you can start us off. Do you feel that this what you see right here is better than what we had assembled last year?
I think it could be.
Yeah.
I think it could be. We lost a couple pieces that we lost a couple good pieces.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think with time it could be better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if them new. Go ahead, Rock.
I was gonna say I agree with. I think everyone said because we're all just waiting to see it be materialize, and then then we're like, okay, yeah, we thought we had the replacements and it looks good, but now seeing them play and them gelling, I think we're gonna be all right. because like I said, we replaced who's the boy that went to San Fran, Hargrave or whatever. Yeah, and now we replaced him with who's going to turn into another stud. So I don't think there's going to be too much of a drop off. We just need to see it and see how they play together.
We got 70 sacks again this year.
Man, you think so?
Maybe more.
About 60.
Just the way the game's played now, we could even have more than that.
Oh, that's wrong.
I feel we'll have more interceptions this year than we had last year. I don't think we'll be close to what we had. How many sacks last year? Not saying that we won't be close, meaning that we won't break the record or be like right at what we had. But I feel we'll most definitely improve in interceptions this year with total interceptions on the team.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna be close to what we was last year.
Correct. We will. Correct. I'm just saying we won't exceed it or we won't tie it, should I say.
I'll say about 60.
But also, I feel like we got a chance to be better when it comes to sacks than last year because
that was the third most in NFL history.
Yeah, you get rid of Hargrave.
For
one, you get rid of Hargrave and you free up money. Then you get Nolan Smith and you get Jalen Carr, and then you free up money to bring back other guys. So I'm like, and Jalen Carr is supposed to be like Aaron Donald type. And Hargrave's good, but Hargrave ain't no Aaron Donald though.
No. And you got to take into consideration also, it all takes in consideration of our offense. If our offense thrives, then and we make a couple of stops, then we'll get more sacks than we had last year because teams are playing from behind a lot and having to pass more. But if we're letting teams hang around like last year and run the ball and be able to score and match us, and we're winning games by 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and sweating it out into the last possession, then I don't see us exceeding the sack total. But if we can punch them in the face, like I was mentioning, put our foot on their throat when we up, then I feel that
and leave it there.
Yeah, and we can exceed that sack total if teams is having to pass damn near every down.
Yep. You get them down more, like you said, bro. You get them down more than 2 scores, and they got to pass. That's what we want. And then you just turn them loose.
I got trust in Howie too. Like last year, when we started giving up a lot of running yards, and he went out and got Lindell Joseph and Dominic Sue. Like I feel like he's really aggressive now. Like if we're gonna be like falling apart in one area, he's gonna be quick to go out there and make moves and upgrade for sure.
Facts.
Big facts. So we all can say that we all satisfied with this roster that we see here with the D tackles and the D ends.
Best game.
Jordan Davis can play a lot more too, and that's a monster.
Oh man, that's the gem that I love with all the hype being on Carter. Not that it's personal, but you got your brother and little bro on top of that that's coming in and getting all the attention. That's freeing your double teams up, especially if y'all right next to each other. Come on, which one gonna be on top of the center? It's gonna be a scare. Oh my goodness, they gonna probably have a personal bet with each other to see who have the most sacks and the most tackles. You get what I'm saying?
Not running that ball up the middle. I tell you that right now.
Oh come on, bro.
And he dropped some weight too, and he got more in the shape.
That's where Dean, and that's where we go on this next slide right here. That's where this gentleman right here, Dean, benefits from it. I'm liking Cunningham style also, but I just feel that he a step or two behind though. But this is without the starters also. Let's take that in consideration. He out there playing without the starters. So what y'all thinking of this right here? And Rock start us off and then Bone hop in.
I'm big on Dean. I know a lot of people are saying he's undersized, but again, huge college football fan, and that man's got a nose for the ball. I mean, y'all seen it on the last preseason game. He's gonna get there. He's gonna make impactful plays, and I think we're gonna be solid at linebacker. I don't think it's as big as a concern as a lot of fans are freaking out saying, "Oh, we don't have a stud linebacker." We do have a stud linebacker. He's just a rookie.
Boom.
Yeah, the Kobe Dean, man, he has an instinct for that ball, man. I like Cunningham too. He's a tackling machine, man. He makes a lot of tackles.
Real talk. And John
Dean is always a step ahead.
I like Dean too. Dean's a winner, and like I said, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
You can't teach that winner mentality. He's got it. And they say he's a leader.
They say he's always a player ahead.
You want a leader.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a beast. Yeah.
Bone, what was you saying before John Blaze hopped on?
Kobe Dean, he has a nose for like what plays are being run. He's like real smart.
Yeah, and take that back to the Georgia days and the national championship. Like I mean, no, just in general, like I like
know,
that
brother,
winner mentality. Like they've been there, done that. They know what it takes to win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Real talk. And John Blaze, do you feel like I mentioned, like Nolan Smith can fill in this void right here, or do you feel that how we going to address this position right here?
No, I think we're going to be good. Nolan Smith can fill in, but Dean's going to have his learning curve. But I think at the end of the season, he's going to be seasoned enough where he'll be just fine.
Man,
I mean, he's going to get bumps and bruises. He ain't played much, but he'll get it.
John Blaze, I like that answer. I don't even mean to cut you off, big bro. But like you said, we got enough pieces around him, whereas he's going through his growing pains, it's not going to be the, crushing game-winning play or nothing like that. It's going to be things that we can teach him on the fly and him to get our
I'd rather teach him now and early in the season and in the postseason. He's ready.
Iron sharp as iron. He's been there for a year. Iron sharp as iron.
Yeah.
Facts, Rich. Big facts. And like y'all said, he gonna benefit from the D line though, and our corners. I just hope that we play a little more press coverage to help out the safeties also, and then the linebackers, because our D line is on the quarterback's ass like ASAP. And if we're able to put pressure on the wide receivers and don't allow them to get into a clean break off the line of scrimmage, I feel that benefits our safeties and our linebackers. And the only thing we got to worry about is Dean and Cunningham in coverage in the flats, and I feel that they able to do that. They fast enough to cover the flats, and that's all their number one responsibility going to be, unless we run in like a cover 2 or something. They got to drop back in the flats but just continue to cover the middle of the field and the sideline also. But then that's where I feel that would be a bigger concern, but I feel the coach will be smarter than that. And
the way they pay them corners, they better play good.
Man. And then once again, Northwest Bergang, you cool with these linebackers assembled right here?
But like with Christian Ellis, I'm cool with him. Like he's always run the ball and he's good at tackler, but I feel like he can work on the coverage. But he's still young, so he's gonna learn. Zach Gunningham, like he's had like a lot of playing time with the Texans, so he gives you that balance of veteran presence at linebacker. And then obviously Nakobe Dean, he got a lot of potential and stuff, and I feel like he can handle it. I was kind of worried about the depth only being 3 guys, but obviously we'll probably keep some guys on practice squad. But I feel like we're gonna run a lot of 2 linebacker sets, so we won't have to really need a whole bunch of guys there. But I'm pretty confident with this group here.
100%. And we're gonna move on to the cornerbacks and safeties. What y'all thinking about the cornerbacks, and which ones are these new cornerbacks, rookies, or signed free agents? Which one of y'all are liking? Which one is you guys liking out of this core right here? And Bone, start us off.
I'm loving Eli. I'm loving Eli.
Yeah, he being a beast out there.
Eli was a top rated corner coming out of high school.
He Cali?
Yeah, modern day.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he a winner.
Yeah.
Coach. He was the number 1 rated corner coming out of high school.
Yeah. So he was up there playing against the St. John Bosco's and all them and all that.
All them. Yeah.
He played with Bryce
Young.
We're ready.
He played with Bryce Young.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. John Blaze, who's standing out to you right here?
Brown. I like Sidney Brown. He's tough.
Oh yeah.
He hits hard.
I'm just gonna double down on Sidney Brown. He a dog, man.
He hits hard.
He's a dog. He was killing the people.
Killing them. Cold too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving that kid, bro. I'm loving that kid, man. Like if he can get into that starting lineup, especially with Wallace being gone, and Arizona, if I'm not mistaken, claimed him. Gannon claimed him to have a familiar person. Yeah. So that was a good thing for him and Gannon, you know what I mean? And that's a great thing for us with Sidney Brown. Now, I feel that he can take away that spot from Edmonds, you know what I mean? 100%. And then you got Reed back there too, and Reed's a baller too. That he don't get enough credit. Like when CJ went down, he really stepped up for us, bro.
Oh, he did. He played big time.
He did play big time.
Southwest Bird Gang. I mean Northwest Bird Gang. Hey, what's your input right here on the corners and the safeties? Who stand out to you?
Man, honestly, man, I think like keeping. Well, we got what 7. I feel like one of these guys is gonna get released and brought back to the practice squad to make room for a punter. Um, but I mean, I'm confident with all these guys. I mean, obviously Sidney Brown, he's always got a knack for the ball. Already, like when I kept seeing progress on all the little YouTubes and stuff I watch, I figured that we have, before time he passed on up. Like I feel like we might run a lot of 3 safeties and stuff, and one of those guys will probably play more in the box. But I mean, obviously Reed Blankenship came up big last year. You know, he had that interception against Aaron Rodgers and stuff. So I'm confident with the safeties. I mean, you already know where you get at the cornerbacks. I mean, you got Darius Slay and James Bradbury and Avonte Maddox. They're all 3 locks, and then you got all these young potential guys that ball down preseason. They got all these all pros look up to and get better during the season. So I'm confident with these guys.
Yeah, and I like the Ricks and Ringo. I ain't really familiar with the Goodrich and Josh. We can get rid of him. Also, they was talking about trading for the punter for Steelers for a player for player trade, and that's the only position that I feel that we got a player that we can basically trade and get rid of a punt for a punter. I would rather get rid of one. Yeah, for punter for a corner, you know, and that I ain't never heard of that before, but our needs, we need it, you know what I mean? And of course, we can have a few, you know, a couple of other punters on the practice squad, and then if we need to pull one up, depending on the circumstances, Boston Scott or Penny or somebody ain't gonna be on the roster that week. They're gonna go down to the practice squad, and then we'll pull up a punter or one of the cornerbacks or somebody ain't gonna make the roster that week, and then we'll have to pull up and have a second punter on the squad.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion how they're gonna have to work it, because how we just gonna have to finagle that practice squad, make a person want to be there and stay on the practice squad like Greg Ward and Trey Sermon. Both of them dudes been on the team for years and getting free money. And speaking of special teams, this is our special team.
Oh,
Well, we got a hell of a kicker.
Hey, solid.
And we signed him off a practice squad, so
yeah, from the Bengals, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, we got Jake Elliott, you know, from the practice squad. How he's a genius, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we claimed him from the Bengals. And then speaking of practice squad right here, we still got the Garner kid at cornerback also. So like I said, them other 2 that I mentioned that we ain't familiar with, I ain't familiar about, Goodrich and Josh. Like I feel those are expendable, and we still got this youngster right here, and we picked him, you know what I mean, in the draft, or if I'm not mistaken, you know what I mean. So I feel that that's a decent backup to have right there. And I just feel that Greg Ward, you know, we still got the punter on the practice squad. I feel he gonna come back also, you know what I mean, and be our punter because he re-signed with us. So that's, you know what I mean, just to basically throw some fuel under his, you know, under his tail. You get what I'm saying? And then of course, we got Allen and Covey right there for still special teams, punt return and stuff like that. So, you know, just building it up earlier, you know, we still got areas that we can address and bring folks up from the practice squad. And what do y'all go ahead?
I don't know why Devin Allen's not getting no time my punt return over Brittany Covey.
Who?
Devon Allen, the track star.
Yeah.
That's over Brittany Covey at punt return.
He must fumble or something, bro. And Kobe, he's proven to have hands, bro. He take poundings, bro, and he ain't letting that ball go.
I felt bad for him last year. He was getting killed.
He muffed the punt. I think it was like this last preseason game, one before, but then he took it back for a big game, though.
Yeah. That was the kickoff. Yeah, the opening one against the Colts.
He's gonna be a little better this year, man.
But I don't think that he gonna be I feel that they're gonna give it to Ward or Scott as one of the punt return, kickoff returners. You know what I mean? I feel that we need somebody that can make a playmaker that can get us the 20 yards off of a punt to put us back. You know what I mean? In position to go up at least field goals. If we can get at least 3 points every drive down the field, I'm satisfied with the offense. You know what I mean? This year, but of course, my expectations is more. But me being satisfied is continue putting points up on the board and our defense stopping them. I'm cool with winning games, you know what I mean, 18-3, you know what I mean, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Boston Scott should be punt return for sure, and then this obviously it should be like Greg Ward or Covey on kick return.
Big facts, big facts.
That's what I feel like it should be.
And then one of y'all mentioned that Rieger got cut by the Vikings, so that basically gave us a 5th round pick instead of a 4th round pick for next year. So right? And he's available. That wouldn't be a bad option to consider with being punt return and kickoff returns either. And he's I mean, me personally, I don't feel that would be a bad option. You know what I mean?
You were bringing back, bro.
Hell yeah, if the price was right.
Free.
Gotta be right. Yeah.
Price is gonna be really low.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay. All right. But man,
you probably throw him in the slot too a couple times. See what he do.
Who said that they're taking?
I take
him.
Yeah, real talk.
Hey, I'm with you, big dog. He was like,
and he's fast, man. He's fast.
Yeah, shit.
Man.
hey.
The Philly fan base messed his head up so bad, he wouldn't want to come back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, but there's only one way to prove yourself, and that's by coming back and doing your thing.
He ain't built like that.
Once you do good in Philly, they're going to love you forever.
Yeah, I was just about to say he come out, and that may be what he needed to come back, and he know he got to prove himself again in Philly, which he should have had to do that his last year in Philly, also with the year before his performance, he should have had fuel under his fire. But right here, you're one play away from being out the league, my brother.
Yeah, you're for real.
He fumbled like 2 balls. He fumbled twice. On punt return.
Big fat rich. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I want him back, but if he did come back, I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. If he falls in our lap and we talking about league minimum, and I get it.
Yeah, he gonna be our number 1 receiver like he was and all that. He just gonna be the punt returner.
Yeah, okay, I feel that.
Yeah,
real talk. Hey, shit. So we basically, if there's anything that we didn't address tonight that y'all want to bring up, you know what I mean? If y'all had any side notes or anything that y'all wanted to bring up that we ain't talk about tonight, you know what I mean? This is the time to do it right here. If not, then like I say, if all y'all free next week, the same time, you know what I mean? If y'all free to hop back on the show, man, we're gonna talk about the upcoming season a little bit more in more detail, and in the past game, it'll be a quicker show than tonight. You know what I mean? We'll 100% not be on for a full hour. We'll probably knock it down to like a half hour or something like that, and just get it in quick. And then it's gonna be a couple of other homies on there too, so we'll be able to get into detail because we got 1 more week until football season, 11 more days. So if y'all free, you know what I mean? If y'all free to hop on, man, I greatly appreciate it. But once again, if y'all got anything that we didn't talk about, you know what I mean? Y'all want to bring it up now?
No, I'm good, man. Appreciate the chopping it up with you, brothers. And I'll probably be back next week, brother.
I'm on next week too.
Appreciate y'all again, and we out of here then. I guess we'll chop it up. I appreciate everybody for watching tonight, man, and we'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Go Birds.
Peace.
Go Birds.
Soundstripe.